Effective appraisal is a sign of an effective management. Hi, this is Shweta here, and today I want to talk about 5 potential saboteurs of an effective appraisal and what to do about it. So the first one, many people when they come into appraisal, they think this is an opportunity for them to talk about their bonus, they talk about their salary, to talk about their perks, promotion, and all that stuff. And that puts unnecessary pressure on you and also on the appraisee. So what to do about it? Please make sure that you are positioning it very clearly to the appraisee and also using that reminder in your wider communications in your team that appraisal is the time to talk about what's working well and what needs to be improved so we can really focus on performance enhancement. It's not the time to mix things up and to sit there with clenched bum waiting for all the discussion to finish and then position the salary increase. It's not a salary discussion time, it's actually performance focused time. And you will have a separate forum where people can talk about their salaries or their bonus or whatever financial things they need to focus on. So positioning it correctly is really important so you're not wasting time but really focused on improving the performance. The second thing is many people show up, and I'm talking about both the appraisee and the appraiser in this discussion, very underprepared. They have filled the pre-appraisal template if you have one in your organization, but it's a quick one because I'm busy and I just need to do it because I've been asked to do it. And also the appraiser, which is potentially you, is not really going through the notes carefully and preparing your own notes. So what to do about this? First things first, make sure pre-appraisal template is mandatory for someone to come into the appraisal discussion. And if you feel that they have just done a very rushed job, make sure you send it back and tell them that you expect better. This is where they are reflecting on their own performance. And I have done that, by the way, many times. If ever I've felt that my team member has not put in the best possible, I've sent it back saying it's for you and your improvement and your performance. Make sure you give the best to the most important person in your life, which is you. Okay? Sent it back, and I've always got in return really good revisions where I can see the depth of work. So remember, you get what you tolerate. So demand the best from your people. Also, make sure that you're preparing. You are actually preparing your own thoughts and notes on the back of what they have written in this pre-appraisal template. Third point is what I've seen many times again is either, let's talk about the appraiser, let's talk about you. So what happens is you think that, okay, this is the time when I can talk about all the areas of improvements, right? So excuse my language, but it's like a shit sandwich. So we'll start with something nice and positive, and then there'll be a long list of things which this person needs to improve on. And then yes, I'll try to kind of make them feel good or soften the blow by ending it with some nice stuff so they go out of the room feeling good, right? Please don't do this. It's a very I don't know what way of thinking, and it's not even the right way to think, seriously. Please don't do this. So what you should be really doing is that when you are focusing on the appraisal, remember you're busy. This is also your time to recognize all the good work that your people are doing. And as I've said in my previous blog, that actually your focus is your experience. You can choose to focus on good things or not so good things. Now, I choose to focus on good things that my team is doing and really take time to authentically praise them and acknowledge them and thank them for their contributions to the organization. So the rule is 2:1. And I have done a separate video for this. Please have a look at this. You want to make sure that you're adding to the list of all the good things that your people are doing. And if you have to give an area of improvement, it's not a laundry list, it's literally one. It's the power of focus is what you want to teach your team and teach yourself, okay? Now, the fourth thing is, again, what I've seen in appraisal process many times is there's this whole pressure on the appraiser, on yourself to say, okay, so now I need to get into this meeting and I need to give them, constructive feedback and make sure that they're not getting offended. At the same time, I have to be very open, make sure they leave the meeting inspired, and all that pressure on oneself, it's just incredible. We are not here parent-child, okay? You're not getting in this kind of relationship where you're the one who's telling the person what to do and how to go about it, and you're the superior and all that stuff. Please don't do this. In your organization, I'm really hoping you've got adults and not children and parents, right? And I've done a separate video on this as to what are the kind of questions you need to ask so that it is a joint responsibility. We are coming together and spending time together so we can improve together as a team. We can be collective in our approach. We can have a two-way process. And what is that fifth question that you need to ask to make sure that that's the essence you're capturing? So make sure you review that video, because this should be a joint process where we are collectively improving our performance. That's really important. And also in that video that I've done, make sure you're also reflecting along with the 5 questions how to end that appraisal conversation so that people are positioned in the right way for any future issues or concerns or ideas or whatever they need to discuss with you. Okay. And the final 5th one is that I see towards the end, it's like the appraisal is done and the business owner is like, okay, now I need to capture all these points because I've got these 5 people where I've done appraisal and I need to write down, or many times people don't even capture those thoughts or the discussion points, and then everything just falls by the side. A big tick has happened and then we again hurtle into the next thing. Please don't do that. If you've spent some good time discussing with the person, again, the pressure is not on you. Never ever do that for yourself. Okay. So now what you should be doing, once the conversation is done, you request your appraisee. You tell them that, may I please request you to capture all the key points that we have discussed today, especially going forward, what needs to happen, and make sure you send me the email by today, if that's practical. If it's in the evening, then you tell them latest by tomorrow noon, just so that it's all fresh in your mind. And I'm sure you can see what are the benefits of that. One is you're not taking the monkey for yourself, or you're not like feeling burdened that I need to capture all these notes. But for me, the most important thing is it's the ownership. Appraisal is the time when you are trying to create that discipline of reflecting for your appraisee. You're asking them to slow down, to really identify where they're doing well and where they need to improve. And once this conversation is finished, you also want them to take the ownership of actually recapping all the key points and what exactly we're taking forward into the future. That's the main purpose. So once you do that, it also helps you understand and get aligned and see if they have understood the right way, if you both are on the same page. If not, you can quickly make the corrections. But it's job done quickly by the right person in the right time. So I hope that helps you. 5 simple things to remember to make this appraisal process an absolutely powerful process in your organization, and not just another tick, another chore, because you don't need to do that. You can absolutely make the best of it. You take care, and I'll be in touch with you again very soon.